Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a third game between Drewbie and Liquid Tyler, this time on Lost Temple. We have, I got my colors mixed up, but anyways, we have Tyler spawning as the green Protoss player here. Meanwhile, we have Drewbie spawning as the sky blue or light blue Terran. So this is Terran versus Protoss. Drewbie is the Terran player. I just got the colors mixed up on my little, on this little bar over here, but it's not gonna really matter in the end anyways. So Tyler now gonna most likely set up that pylon and then just go back to mining more minerals here. Mostly should be going down for a 12 or a 13 gateway and then perhaps scouting after that. Back into the base of Drewbie. Drewbie now setting up a supply depot over here. He will be able to lower that supply depot, perhaps get a barracks here, and then be able to hide some marines just in case there is any very early proxy zealot, proxy gateway play. Marines with that base range of 5 is able to fight back against a larger group of zealots, as long as those zealots are never really within melee range. Back here we now see a probe making its way out, and we'll quickly scout out Drewbie in just a second, and we'll see what exactly is going to be happening from both of these players once they realize that it is going to be close spawns. Probe now walking up that ramp will be able to gain sight of Drewbie, and now you see that one SCV already taking damage. Drewbie going for a standard 12 racks instead of a 13 racks as a new SCV comes off the mineral line in order to get some damage there. We now also see a refinery being placed down, so it is not going to be a mass marine strategy. We will be getting that refinery up in just a second, as we have this SCV just wandering around back and forth so far trying to catch up to this probe. The probe, however, should be able to just move along its merry way and then get some and then move around once again. SCV is going to take some more damage as that probe is already already has full shields once again. Oh, and a nice surround there, but Drewbie or Tyler now coming back and using that one barracks and using mineral pathing, able to force this one probe out of that surround there. We now also see a zealot will be making its way down over here, making sure that there is perhaps no proxy barracks at all. That's a very odd place. And now, yeah, just going to try to make sure that there's nothing over here. And now hiding one zealot there. That's a really strange place to be hiding a zealot, as we are perhaps going to be trying to get even more zealots here. We do see that we are still mining more gas, and the second zealot, it has been chrono boosted, and now a stalker coming out. So it's going to be 2 zealots and a stalker very early on to try to push onto the front door here. And this is going to be a problem, as Drewbie now getting a reactor, and which is going to be very strong against any Stargate Void Ray play. Not going to be very strong against a double zealot plus 1 stalker push. The stalkers also have a decent movement speed, so even without that warp gate research, they're going to be able to get over here in just a second. 2 marines now down. We also see 1 bunker is currently being built, but that bunker build time, 35 seconds to finish. Those marines are not going to stand a chance. Marines now trying to fight back against those zealots, and those marines now being forced to run away. Zealots and stalkers already in the base. SCVs coming off the mineral line in order to deal damage over here, and now the zealots going to try to fight back against those SCVs. Marines are coming off, the marines are able to fight, and now you see those marines jumping quickly into that bunker, and now the zealots and stalkers running away, perhaps going to try to get some damage. More damage has been dealt. 1 stalker here. SCVs now coming off the mineral line as well. This 1 stalker back over here trying to get more damage in. 1 stalker will get taken down. However, the stalker does move faster than those SCVs, so those SCVs, a swarm of SCVs trying to fight back here. To now 1 SCV coming in and doing a nice mineral or a nice pathing block there. 1 SCV now trying to run away. We do see more damage being dealt. More and more SCVs are getting taken down. 2 marines able to finish off that 1 stalker there, but some damage, early damage was already dealt. 14 SCVs versus 19 probes. Very strong economic, or a decent economic advantage now for Tyler. But we also have to remember that there is currently there was currently a mule in play, so that mule should be able to give Drewbie a much stronger economic lead. And now you can see Drewbie, even though he is mining off of 2 refineries and has 5 less harvesters, is able to keep toe-to-toe with Tyler at this point in the game. 1 sentry, 1 zealot, 1 stalker just waiting by the ramp here. Should be able to stop any units as they try to come up that ramp. 1 SCV now trying to do some scouting, as he still doesn't know what Tyler's going for. And this is always a very dangerous time for a Terran player. the Terran player not knowing what his opponent's going for and doesn't really know what is a proper counter units to build. We do see a tech lab now coming in, and now a Raven being built. So Drewbie going for an early Raven and now going for another barracks as well. But I can't imagine that Drewbie will be able to come back into this game all too easily. Drewbie now currently seen on a lot of Marines. Those Marines are going to be very, very strong against many of those Stalkers if there are medevac supports, but those Zealots are going to be a problem. We also have sentries on the ground. They are going to have enough energy for those Guardian shields, reducing the amount of damage that those Marines are able to do. We now, we see one observer on its way out, and it will be able to gain sight. We also have a Raven already being trained, so this Raven will pop out just in time in order to give sight and now reveal that observer. And now the key part is, will this observer really be able to see anything at all? Does Drewbie catch that one observer in his field of vision? No, he does not. There it is. There's that one observer there, and now the observer being able to pull back away once again, and now down goes one SCV before the SCV was able to get up that ramp. And there are 3 gateways, or 3 warp gates, and 1 robotics facility. And wow, very nicely done by Tyler. Tyler able to walk around and fly around past this one Raven. If it had revealed itself to that Raven, it would have been a very, very bad day. But now Drewbie also getting that blue flame research, so it is going, perhaps you're going to get some Hellions and blue flame research getting a lot of damage across those mineral lines here, as there are already sentries in play, and perhaps some Stalkers over here would be a very, very strong counter as well. We'll see what's going to be happening as that Raven now making its way out across the field. Ravens do move relatively slowly, only the same movement speed as, I believe, Marauders and Marines without stim pack, that standard 2.25 movement speed that many other units have as well. We are also getting that robotics bay, so a robotics bay coming online. We should be getting getting also some Colossus in just a moment, and those Colossus are going to deal a lot of damage. Drewbie salvaged that front door bunker, and now running off of 3 barracks, 1 factory with a reactor, and also a starport, all off of 1 base play. So he needs to take an expansion at some point, otherwise he's going to fall behind. We also see 1 pylon being built over here, and now Tyler should be trying to go for an expansion sometime soon. No, instead going for a photon cannon. So getting some photon cannons here, he will be able to expand very, very easily. 2 photon cannons deal a lot of, or are a very, very decent amount, or deal a decent amount of defense, or is a decent amount of defense here. We have 1 observer now trying to come in the medevac, perhaps going to try to fly, perhaps try to hang around over here. Doesn't realize that the observer has already spotted him. 1 observer just flying around here. This 1 medevac, it will get shot down. No, the observer doesn't realize this, and now in comes the medevac once again. The medevac trying to get some damage in. There are photon cannons in play, and the medevac realizes that it can't really do anything at all. No, it's going to try to hug along this high ledge over here. There is a Colossus on the high ground as well, so a Colossus over here able to gain sight, but it doesn't see that medevac over here. We now see a large Marauder and Marine army on the move. 1 observer may get shot down. SCVs coming off the mineral line, so Drewbie doing an all-in attack with this group of SCVs now. This is going to be a problem, as we are getting some sentries over here, and now I believe the medevac coming in to do a drop, maybe able to get some damage. No damage, as there is not that many probes here at all. But now in comes the main push over here, so SCVs now coming in, a lot of force fields coming in as well, so those force fields stopping many of those Marauders from dealing any serious damage at all. More force fields coming in, auto turret now being dropped in, the energy on that point defense drone, but there are no Stalkers. So Colossus against mass Marauders, Hellions, the Hellions have been taken down already. SCVs continuing to try to do that attack, but yeah, really, really well played by Tyler. Tyler just pulling back with those Colossus. And wow, Drewbie just getting steamrolled in this fight here, losing all of his SCVs, and that, I believe, is going to be game. Not too much damage was dealt at all by these Hellions. Hellions were able to get some kills, but not very much, and not compared to the amount of SCVs lost by Drewbie. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm probably gonna there are some additional games to cast in this series, but I think I'm gonna relax a little bit. Yeah, I do feel a little bit tired and having a difficult time focusing, so yeah, stay tuned for the additional games in this series, but it will be a little bit of time before I cast them.